Welcome to Beyond Reality, where we talk about clinician journey and breakthroughs in virtual reality rehabilitation.
Hi everyone, welcome back to one more episode of our Beyond Reality podcast. We are in Glenwood Springs in Colorado today. The scenery outside is amazing with mountains, and I'm with the beautiful Hannah today at Bridging Bionics, and I'm excited to learn more about how we're using VR with patients. So we can start with a little bit more about you and your background.
Yeah, so my name's Hannah. I'm the program coordinator here at Bridging Bionics out in Colorado. I graduated with my undergrad in exercise science, and then I reached out to Bridging Bionics just to see if I could shadow here. Next thing you know, I love what the organization stands for, what our mission is, and I haven't left. So I'm here now. We're going on 2 years, and I love it so much. And Bridging Bionics, we don't bill insurance at all. So we're a nonprofit organization, and we see all neurodiagnoses. So spinal cord injuries, cerebral palsy, traumatic brain injuries, stroke, Parkinson's, MS, the whole gambit of neuro, which, makes every day super interesting. And because we don't bill insurance at all, a lot of our clients, we've been able to develop a relationship with them and be part of their rehabilitation for the last 9 years since our inception of our program.
That is rare, and that's what I loved about clinician when you started to work with you on. We realized that you're not taking insurance, you have patients for a really long time. It's kind of like they look at you as their hope, and coming back and trying to get as much functional reach and functional levels they can get to so they can have an independent life. Totally. And that's the kind of clinic we started into, so we really connect with that.
Yeah, and I would say at Bridging Bionics, we're in a small town in Colorado, and so the technologies that we have, you wouldn't see unless you're at the really big rehabilitation hospital, in Denver, in our state capital. But, to be such a small clinic, but to have access to state-of-the-art technology is incredible. And so our director, she said to me, Hannah, it's time that we look into a new piece of technology. And she was enamored by the idea of virtual reality, and she said, so see what you can do. And so then that's when I reached out to you guys to see, what it would look like to getting you guys here in our program. And then that's kind of how our relationship started.
Right. And I'm so glad you guys reached out.
Yeah.
I'm excited because I know you had one of our devices and you added a second one for your snowmass location. So that's been amazing. And just being here today, learning how you've been using the device with patients has been so eye-opening.
Right.
And it's like, that's what we built this for, and you've taken it like much further ahead than what you thought our device could be used for. So we'd love to learn a little bit more about that.
Totally.
So then we can start with up to you, wherever you would like to start. I know you kind of went through some of the applications and how we use it with patients. So
I would say kind of when we started out with this piece of technology, just like we do with any piece of technology, if it's a new exoskeleton, if it's a new vibrational piece with the VR, we try to use it with everyone and anyone. So, we have children who are 3 years old, and we have elderly patients who are 83 years old. So we see the most wide range of diagnoses and ages, and it serves a purpose for everyone, no matter age, no matter diagnosis, no matter function level. And so that was really cool. And now since then, we've been able to see who reacts and responds really well to the technology. I was telling you earlier about one of our clients. This woman, she has high blood pressure, so hypertension, and then her doctors were kind of fixing her medications, and so she was going through this change, and it was causing her stress. And so, stress also can increase blood pressure. Right. So she would come in, we would take her blood pressure, and it would be in a high value where we would be like, I don't know if it's a good idea to push you today and get your blood pressure up and your cardiovascular going. And so I said, how about we start with relaxation station? So we went relaxation station, and then we did the Sunrise Serenity. And that one, it has a voiceover. So so it's guided. And I think for someone who never has meditated before, like guided meditation is the perfect way to start.
Otherwise, in this really nice beach.
Right. Otherwise, you're laying there and you're like, what do I do? So with the guided meditation, it walks her through everything that she needed to do. So I think we put it on for about 15 minutes. And then when she took it off, we took her blood pressure again, and her values dropped into a low, into the normal ranges. And so then we were able to have a therapy session, which otherwise I don't know that we would have been able to do anything with physical therapy. So that was the coolest thing, just to be able to see that. And so I love relaxation station. We also use it for someone who has really high tone or can go into a spastic reaction. This calms down the nervous system and gets them ready to then maybe push hard into therapy, versus if we try to push right away, that might spike their tone, and then we use it as a tone reduction management technique, which is awesome.
Quickly coming back to the lady with the high blood pressure, has it happened previously where you've not been able to do a therapy session because of
it? Has. I would say we take vitals with most of our clients when they come in, and with her vitals, I was like, I don't feel comfortable, doing therapy today. But then her values dropped down, and we were able to check it as the session went on, and she still kind of maintained that normal level. So, I think showing someone that they have the ability to meditate and to bring themselves down and to calm their nervous system, and to use such a cool piece of technology when they're here is wonderful.
Happens in just a few minutes. You don't need an hour or two, just 5-10 minutes, and you can bring their blood pressure down.
Yeah, it was incredible. I would say a fan favorite game is definitely play ball. You put it on and you feel like an athlete, no matter if you're that 83-year-old or if you're the 4-year-old, which is so fun. And there's just so many different parameters that you can change. So it really allows the therapist and the clinician so much flexibility in choosing, what are we want to focus on? Are we focusing on functional reaching low, or, shoulder flexion? And reaction time, there's so many cool things about it, and like I said, you feel like an athlete. This is my favorite
audience. The play ball, what's happening is you're in a baseball environment, and you have pitching machines that are pitching baseballs at you, and you have to catch them with your baseball mitts. And we have something called the catcher's box, where you can set as a clinician where that ball is actually going. So if you have patients that only have very little range of motion, that's all right. You can set that the balls are coming only in that particular range of motion. But if you want to challenge them, you can make sure the balls are going higher up.
Totally.
And that's what we're talking about.
Yeah, and same thing, for example, with a stroke client, they may have an affected side. Right. So neglect on both maybe their upper extremity and their lower extremity. So if we're playing play ball, not only are we trying to get them to use their affected side, but you can also, with the side that you do have movement on, reaching across midline and kind of engaging that side of the body and that side of the brain is a beautiful tool. And so in play ball, same thing. You can choose to have all of the balls go to the left side. So I'm crossing over midline to get into that area. But yeah, it's really cool. It's really neat.
Thank you. Have you used that same in retail therapy where you can set all the items on one side too? Okay.
Yeah. No, I think the ability to use both hands, to use a left hand, to use a right hand, or to do a cross body. I mean, there's just so many cool features and parameters that you get to set that make it really, really awesome. Retail therapy. One of the things that I like most about retail therapy, so with some of the games, the stimulus is coming at you. Versus in retail therapy, you're the one choosing to engage and choosing where to move. So for someone who, for older individuals who video games and VR is kind of a faraway thing, this is kind of a great entrance moment into
grocery shopping. Everybody knows how to do that.
Yeah. And then same thing, like I said, if you have a stroke patient with the neglect, reaching across midline to use that area is wonderful.
And I really like that part that you spoke about. They feel like they're in control, and we've seen this happen in older patients in patient rehab settings where they're given an agenda, they're told what to do every second of the day, and they've lost that control. And we've seen that when we tell them, what app would you like to choose today from the library of apps, it gives them that little control back to their life, and they're more excited about it.
Yeah.
And being excited about doing VR.
Yeah.
We've seen that happen.
When you give them that control, it feels like they are in the driver's seat of their rehabilitation. And for so long, a lot of our clients, if they had a stroke or a spinal cord injury or a traumatic brain injury, they probably spent months in a rehabilitation hospital where they were being told, okay, now we're going to stand up, now we're going to do this, versus you bring them the VR and you say, look at all of these games, choose one that looks interesting to you.
And then with relaxation, you can also go to Paris or Australia and maybe places.
Yeah. Like one of our clients, she was like, I've never been to Paris. And I was like, I can take you to Paris. And so we went into the relaxation station and she got to check out the Eiffel Tower. And it's really neat.
That's amazing. I know when we were speaking earlier, you spoke about the squid and how one of your clients really likes it. And I liked what you called it.
Yeah.
Maybe that's what we need to change the name.
She calls this her fairyland. So there's like a little bee and it has like these cute wings, and then a frog will hop across the path, and she just hoots and hollers. She thinks it's the best thing ever. And like I said, one of the best things about Bridging Bionics is our clients have been here for 9 years, 8 years, 7 years, and so we do. But with our ongoing increase of technology all the time, it keeps things engaging for them. Versus a traditional rehab facility, it is you are doing gait training, you are doing balance work. Versus here, it's I get to see you all the time. So what do you want to do? And we might have warmed up on the new step every day for the past year, but we put the VR on, and it's like new step is new, VR is awesome, and she loves it. And she's like, can we do 5 more minutes? Sure. And so then you press the little increase button to add 5 more minutes. And I remember the first day that she got to 100 coins. I mean, she was.
I don't think I've gotten to 100 coins.
She was so excited, and I was telling her she is an adaptive snowboarder, and so we talk about how using the new step and that cardio that you have at the new step, can help you in snowboarding. And so when we got to 100 points, it felt like a really big accomplishment for us. So
it's amazing. Yeah. Is there any other applications that you like and like to talk about?
My last one that I think I really want to hit on is rhythm therapy. So similar to how we've been talking with the left hand or the right hand or reaching, one of my favorite things to kind of challenge a client is one of your sticks. I think it's red and purple, right? Red and blue. So you have like these bamboo sticks that are pretty much like drumsticks. For my younger clients, I'm like, it's kind of like Guitar Hero. That's what I tell them, but some people don't get that reference. And so you have these 2 bamboo sticks, and then you have these lanterns, right? They're lanterns coming at you, and the lanterns are also either red or blue. And so, one of my favorite things, again, reaching across midline and getting that shoulder abduction, opening up, has been really cool. And then, challenging them, you can make it go faster, you can increase the song, and you can use this is where you can give control back to the patients, and do they like rock or drums or totally. No, I think it's wonderful. And then with the data portal, we can go back in and show okay, this is the percentage of lanterns that we hit this time, and then this is how we increase. And so being able to have some people respond really well to numbers or visual cues, and to show them kind of their data and have them have control of that is awesome.
Yeah, that's amazing. Thank you so much.
Of course. Thank you for coming out here, and I'm glad you guys thought it was gorgeous, and you're welcome back anytime.
Thank you. And it was really nice talking to you today, and thank you so much for all the feedback that you guys have given us. We will take that back to our team and make sure that our device only keeps getting better and better every day, and your feedback is so valuable for us to make that happen. So again, thank you so much, Hannah, and then good luck with the future too. And again, everyone, this is another episode of Beyond Reality. Thank you for tuning in. Have a good day.
Thank you for watching Beyond Reality Podcast. Try our demo now at neurorehabvr.com to learn more about how you can enhance rehabilitation with virtual reality.